Hello, I'm Andre.
And I'm Andrea.
And we are doing Doctor Who. And that was the first one that actually moved in a while.
I know, oh my god. I was like, this is like watching TV.
Actually like watching television.
It feels like watching television.
I know, amazing.
It's so great.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that the ARC got a bunch of bonus points with you just for actually existing.
Yeah, it may have. I feel like I really enjoyed it, but I don't know if that's because I was just like, oh my god, they move. That's such a low standard.
It really is.
It's like, I really like television when it moves.
Right, I really like it when it's like watching
Television.
So the ARC finds our characters showing up in a jungle, which looks to Dodo like they're in a zoo.
Right.
And it turns out they're on a spaceship.
Yeah.
That has animals on it and has every member of the human race, most of them reduced to tiny size and kept in drawers.
Right.
And so the human race is fleeing the planet Earth because it's about to explode. And they're headed for a planet called Refusis, which is similar to Earth.
Right.
And they're hoping they can recolonize the planet.
Yes.
And then Dodo gets a cold and everything goes to hell.
Yeah.
So, first of all, what do you think of Dodo?
I like her.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that the show sort of needed some energy, and she is like sort of off the wall energetic.
Yep.
I'm already sad that they're already talking to her like, now Dodo, didn't I tell you not to touch that, you silly girl? And I'm like, oh, really? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's another sort of like childlike girl character. We've already seen her cry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that part's kind of like, oh. But I think that she brings like a new life to the show.
I like her interactions with Steven. Steven has less patience with her than he does with Vicky.
I know. I noticed that.
Yeah.
He's very quick to like tell her what to do or like.
Right.
I mean, he has like the protective thing too. He's quick to protect her, but yeah.
So Dodo gets a cold. And
Yes.
That cold then spreads throughout the humans and the monoids, the creatures who
Right.
have the mop-top hair and the single eye.
Right, and the reason it's a big deal is because we're 10 million years in the future,
Right.
and they've already permanently cured the common cold. So none of these humans have
Any resistance to it at all.
Right.
So it
so
sweeps
they're
right through them.
Right, and starts killing them.
The monoids, first of all, made you crack up. You loved the monoids.
Everything made me crack up in
That's
this.
true. This was a laugh riot.
Yes, it was. I don't know why, but this really like made me laugh hysterically. The monoids made me laugh because, okay, so they have like an eyeball in their mouth and then like rag top hair that comes down to here. So they don't have any eyes. It's just a mouth with a big giant eyeball. And all that I can picture is like how the people who are playing the monoids are using their tongue to like control the eye going back and forth, and how tiring that must be and how weird it must be to sit there and control an eyeball with your tongue. So at first they don't speak.
Right.
The first two episodes they don't speak, and they just do this like flight attendant sign language. Flight attendant / magician sign language. Yeah, that really made me laugh a lot.
Yeah, it
so, yep. And then so who was the guy who was in the bed? He was like he was the leader of the humans. I don't know what his title was at that point.
He's one of the Guardians. He's the head of the Guardians.
Guardian.
Yeah.
That's right, the head of the Guardians. And he gets the cold, and he's laying in bed, and they're all like in a different room for an entire scene trying to figure out what to do. And he's just like, has this cold, and then he'll be like hearing them, and he's like, I agree with that. You know what I mean? It was so funny.
It was funny.
And he's like, let the humans do what they want.
So they spend they spend the second episode curing the cold again.
Yeah.
So they give Steven gets sick,
Yeah.
And so they give the cure to Steven, and they find
Right.
out he's fine, and then they
Right.
give the cure to everybody and immunize them, and then they have this little celebration
Yeah.
before they take off in the TARDIS, and it
Yeah.
looks like the story's over.
Yeah, for a
Episode
second I was like, I thought maybe you didn't tell me that this was like a 2-episode story or something.
Yeah, if you were watching in 1966, you would think this is a 2-episode story. You'd think it was over.
You would.
And then that cliffhanger shows up at the end of episode 2.
Boom.
Boom. What'd you think?
It was good actually. So they show back up in the same place.
Yeah.
But the statue of a human that they were building all of a sudden has a monoid head.
Yep.
And you're like, something changed.
700 years in the future, something's gone wrong.
Something has gone wrong.
And so the next 2 episodes are about the monoids who have taken over this society
Right.
and how they want to go conquer Refusis and
Right.
blow up all the humans.
Yes, and the humans that are on the spaceship are now slaves.
Yes. So the moral of this story is be nice to your slaves, I guess.
In case of role reversal
Right.
situations.
Do not treat them as slaves.
That is such a good moral.
Absolutely. The Doctor and Steven and Dodo help the humans to overcome the monoids, and then at the end of the episodes, they're together, and they're going to repopulate Refusis along with the invisible Refusians, which is fun.
Right.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And they prevent the bomb that was in the head of the statue from going off.
Yes.
So the monoids are not very good villains. They're kind of bad at it. They just keep saying out loud over and over again, this is our plan, and that's how it gets formed.
Yes. I think literally they at least said like 6 times like that the bomb was in the statue.
Not just in the statue, but in the head of
In
the
the head of the statue. He is like, the bomb in the statue.
In the head of the statue.
In the head of the statue. Yeah, it's like, then the humans are like, we don't know where the bomb is. I was like, it's in the head of the statue. So there's that makes them sort of bad villains, is
Right.
that they're like just talking openly about their plan, and then they're drunk.
Yeah.
Because Dodo asks one of the monoids, she's like, are you up to something? Or something like that. And he's like, no.
It was just that good,
It
too.
was like, no. And then he trips down the stairs. This is the same, I swear it was the same one,
Same one.
wasn't it?
Same one.
Drunk.
Drunk. The monoids also have a security kitchen, which I thought was really funny.
Yeah.
It's a kitchen, but it's secure.
We're sending you to the security kitchen.
And they make it sound so foreboding,
They
too.
do.
It's just a kitchen.
I'd be like, great, I'm kind of hungry.
Sure, yeah. Food? Yeah, I can do
Okay,
food.
all
I can
right.
eat. Yeah.
Oh, dinner. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so then how did it end?
It ended with everybody happy and all of the
Right, because they landed on the planet and the
refusions,
Refusions.
the invisible refusions,
were invisible
and
which is
huge
convenient.
apparently. Yeah.
Are like, you guys should get along, and then you can live on this planet. And they're like, we should get along, and that's it, right?
We're all happy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Until the cliffhanger.
Right, which we haven't had I don't think we've had a good cliffhanger into another story in a little while.
Have we had a good story in a little while?
Oh.
Sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm so thankful for bad special effects again.
You can just crack up at them, right?
I was dying.
You miss so much with a reconstruction. The reconstruction tries to make it look good, and it never looked good.
No.
So the arc gets full marks for being hysterical.
Yes. And then the Doctor disappears.
The Doctor disappears.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna watch a story called The Celestial Toy Maker next time.
Weird.
Weird.
Yeah.
And we find out where the Doctor went.
All right.
Okay, thanks for watching.
Bye.